Hello, this is Ted Manolitis with my Facebook Flash update for the week. It's been a busy week, a good start to the new year. I've been kind of busy as a bee here lately, dabbling in a lot of creative things and also working around the house and working on my truck. And today I thought I'd take a little time out, come out while it's still a nice weather here down by the river in Richmond, Virginia, down here by tedrva actually. I have been working on cleaning up my kitchen and trying to make it more functional and more livable. My mother painted the kitchen all black. Everything was black. It was like walking in a black hole for years, and I just one day I just woke up during as the new year progressed. I said, I got to do something about that kitchen. That thing's been bugging me for years since she did it years ago. So I ended up painting the part of the kitchen, cleaning out all the junk and clutter, and cleaning it up. And then I decided to redo the countertop right by the living room and kitchen. I got some vinyl plank flooring and repurposed it as a countertop to get rid of the god-awful vinyl tile that was there that was also black. So surprisingly, I managed to do it pretty well. Never, being that I've never done flooring or stuff like that before, but I figured it out. I got it down pretty well. It looks a million times better. The kitchen, just with what little I've done so far, is so much more functional, looks so much better. I figure, there's not a lot I can do in my house as far as fixing some things, but I can fix some things, so I'm working on trying to fix the things that I can fix, and the larger issues that need to be fixed, I'm still working on trying to find a way to get some help fixing that, the structural stuff and whatnot. However, in the kitchen, I am going to eventually fix the floor that got messed up and replace that, and try to do either tile or some more plank vinyl or something like that to have a nice floor in there for a change. It's not too bad, but I've never done a floor before, so it'll be a learning curve like the countertop was, to cut the floor out with a Sawzall and put new plywood in there and even it out. And if I do tile, that's going to be an experience. It's not really hard to do, but it's a lot of preparation that you got to do the tile properly. And I've never done it, so I am not sure exactly how cumbersome it is. I've watched some YouTube videos on how to do it. Doesn't look impossible, just time consuming. So anyway, for the new year, I'm trying to build me a new kitchen basically out of very little to work with. I spent a little bit of, I spent my last bit of money on the kitchen, about $100 and some, but it is such a good investment to have a decent kitchen anyway. My house is horrid because my mother had let it go for so long, and so I'm just trying to fix what I can inside, make it somewhat presentable, somewhat clean and decluttered, and somewhat functional and just much more comfortable. So I started the new year doing that over the weekend. I started, and I've been kind of tinkering with it this week too, and just tying up loose knots, so to speak. I'm not sure when I'll get to the floor part, replacing the floor, but it's on the plate, as well as fixing the roof over the kitchen where we have a leak, where the raccoons ripped a hole in or a nail came loose in the roof, and it popped up, and I think I can fix it, but I'll need some help, probably holding the ladder or something. It needs to be cut out and replaced with some wood, and then put some shingles and tar on it to keep the water out. Once that's done, the kitchen will be nice, and I will start on the bathroom, which is not quite as bad, and the living room's not really bad, but it could use some touching up, so to speak. So that's how I've started the new year in a way. I've also been dabbling in a lot of music here lately. If you noticed on my feed, I've been posting some new music videos of me playing using the GoPro cam. They came out so good, the video quality and everything. So, and I've been actually enjoyed playing some of the old music that I've previously recorded, kind of going back and just playing some of the old favorites of mine and getting more practice and trying some different things with the audio mixes. And the audio mixes are coming out 1,000,000 times better. So all those years of aggravation and fucking up mixes or having half-ass mixes has paid off. I am learning it, getting better by the day, I think. So that's something I've been dabbling in too. And of course, being a little girlish, I got my new makeup kit with some much better new makeup stuff than what I had before, so I can be a little bit prettier, if you will. I'm wearing one of my brunette wigs. I have that red one that looks just like this, red and black, and I got this brunette one that's a little toned down, but I like it. It looks good, I think, on me. It's shorter, less trouble. So I've been having some fun going out, being girl, and got my little tits on, as if anybody needs to know. Got to get that figure. And anyway, speaking of girl things, I have got addicted to TikTok. You know, I've been hearing about TikTok for months on NPR and all the shit that Trump was trying to do with TikTok. And so I said, you know, I got to check out TikTok. So I downloaded the app, put it on my phone, and instantly got addicted to TikTok. All those cute girls and all that cute girliness just got me going. I want so bad to be one of those girls, one of those cute girls, and be all pretty and nice. Of course, I have a few extra pounds. I don't have that belly line like these girls I'm looking at. Nice and tight and fit and just perfect. And they get their makeup so much better than me. So it kind of leaves me a little depressed because I can't get as girly as these girls, but it's fun. It's all in fun. Check me out, Zoe Sophia 1 on TikTok. I am going to start posting some little stupid videos there just for fun. Give me something to do when I'm not doing anything else or when I'm waiting on something. So now I have a new addiction for the new year, TikTok. Of all goddamn things. Like I need another addiction, TikTok. But it's kind of funny. It's annoying. It's mindless, but it's kind of funny sometimes. So I like to fuck around with it and just play around. So I'm doing a little TikTok now. Don't know if I'll do this girl thing all the time. It's so much trouble and so much work, and you know, I'm not really going out and about with hanging out with anybody, so there's no reason to just dress up at home and be bored and not be able to go out and show my little outfits. I don't know if I'm cute or what, but you know, when I go girl, I like to be out and about and express it to the world, so to speak. Maybe that's narcissistic, I don't know. I don't think so. It's just, you know, you want to live, you know, you want to just be in touch with that part of you and be able to go out and be that girl that you feel inside when you get the mood going. Sometimes I'm not in the mood. And other notes, I finally got the damn truck of mine fixed. The EGR valve, it was needing to be replaced. I got the truck inspected, no problems, but I still hadn't got the EGR fixed. I had to put a new battery in, spent $100. I didn't want to spend for that, but it started right up, so I didn't blow the computer or nothing like I thought I might have earlier when I fucked with it. But I got it running, but the EGR was off, was still bad, and it was running rough as shit and burning gas like a drunken sailor. So I decided to tinker with the thing all week this week, a couple days this week, and for the life of me could not get that damn bolt off that's holding the exhaust line into the EGR. And of course I'm talking tech talk, tech speak, but basically they have an exhaust line that runs right into the EGR, and it screws in there and recirculates the exhaust to make your car run better, supposedly. Emissions bullshit. Anyway, they have a bolt down there that's steel that you are supposed to just, they say, put a pipe wrench or a wrench on and just unloosen it and unscrew it out and take the EGR out. Well, I've been working on that for weeks trying to get that bolt loose. I sprayed every kind of spray there is to spray on it. Did everything I could not get that thing to move budging a millimeter. So I said, fuck this shit. I'm gonna re-engineer this. So what I did is got a cutting wheel. I cut off a splice. I cut off a point on the exhaust line, the recirculation line. It's a long pipe. I cut like a little section there and pulled the EGR off, took it into the shop, put it in a vise, finally got the bolt loose, and I kept it in a little bit of the end of the exhaust line on the bolt so I could splice it. So basically I put the EGR back on, screwed the screw back into it, to the new one, put a rubber hose on that end and a rubber hose on the exhaust line end, and put a clamp on it, and it holds it together. It's just a small little space that needs to be held together and airtight, and it runs fine, easy to fix if you ever have to fix it again, no problem. I don't know why Ford designed this thing the way they did. It was the most asinine design that you could ever imagine. Of course, these auto engineers, they're asinine about everything they engineer these days. They do it on purpose because they want to make it hard to fix, so you'll take it to a dealer and pay somebody to fix it. They wanted $200 to fix this EGR valve on my truck, and I said, I'm not paying $200 to loosen a goddamn bolt. So I re-engineered it. I think my late brother would be proud. I used some of his tools, and he probably would have done the same thing I did, make it so that it was easy as hell to replace the next time you had to fix it. We had to do a similar kind of thing when we fixed the fuel pump on my truck. We literally had to cut a hole in the floorboard to access the pump and take it out and put the new one in, because otherwise you got to pull the tank out and it costs $1,500, and this works just as easy, and you just bolt up the plate back over where you cut the hole. Nobody ever sees it anyway, and it works just fine, so if it ever needs to be done again, it's easy to do. And why Ford didn't put a door there that you could just take out, or a panel so you could access it without pulling the tank out, is beyond me. But once again, asinine engineering. So I'm just on a warpath about asinine engineering. You know, they make this stuff impossible for no fucking reason. They do the stupidest things that serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever, other than to make it aggravating to work with, like this EGR thing. But anyway, I got the truck running. It's filled up with gas. So I'm going to start driving it more often, and just drive my other truck a little bit to keep it in good running order. I've been driving it for months now, so I don't want to wear it out. It has a transmission issue that needs to be addressed. It's, you know, it runs okay, but it's kind of hiccups sometimes in the transmission because of something wrong in there, and I think I know what it is, but I'm not sure how to fix it. My brother was gonna fix it on his, but he never got a chance to do it. It's kind of expensive fix. They have these solenoids in there controlling the shifting pattern, and if one of them goes bad, it doesn't shift right. However, it does not require a brand new transmission. You just replace the solenoids. You take it to a transmission shop, they're going to tell you you need a $3,000 transmission, when really what you need is about $500 worth of solenoids to replace. So, you know, there you go again with that wonderful engineering crap. But anyway, I'm going to drive that sometimes and start driving my blue one again like I used to. always drive. It's a little bit bigger and rides a little softer, and I can get more junk in it too. So that's done, and well, the year forges on. I can't believe this crap with Trump. Boy, I tell you what, I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't think Trump and those Trumpers would be dumb enough to, but that's my 2 cents on Trump. I'm glad to see Biden will be president next week, and maybe things will get done for a change for the people and not just for special interest and rich people like Trump and McConnell were always supporting. You know, everything for the rich and screw the poor and all that crap. Those Republicans today, I have no respect for most of them because they're all full of shit, if you ask me, with that trickle-down nonsense and that right-wing crap and moral trying to legislate morality and all this other crap. But you know, it's just gotten progressively worse and worse, and I'm not going to put up with it. You know, I don't think most Americans are wanting to put up with it, and I think this coup is just a testament to what those people are really about. They're not about America or Americans. They're about fascism and authoritarian government and ruthless, brutal control over people. That's all they care about. But I guess that's the way it goes in America today. You know, they've been fanning these flames of extremism in this country for a very long time, and it's come to a boiling point, as we see now with Trump. So I'm glad to see him go, and I hope they put him in jail where he belongs for the stuff he's done. So, you know, I'm no fan of Trump and Democratic government. So that's the way I look at it. And I don't apologize for saying it either, because it's the truth. But it's a beautiful day out here today by the river, so I'm going to enjoy a beautiful day by the river and see if I can get a couple of video shoots done while I'm out today before the darkness falls. I hope to spend the next couple of weeks working on the house some more and doing some more music and creative stuff and doing some more girly stuff and trying to enjoy life a little bit. I still am lacking in the social department, kind of lonely here, got no friends. So it sucks. I would like to have a little chick friend to hang out with and do stuff with, but that doesn't seem to be panning out. I got the blue eyes of death from the girl I like at the Wawa, Kim. She gave me the blue eyes of death the other day after I talked to her for about 10 minutes. And I guess she wasn't amused. I guess I bother her, I don't know. But I can't figure her out. She just gave me this look, and I call it the blue eyes of death. And she scurried off, and it was just, you know, I'm so tired of fooling with it now. You know, I try to talk to her because I want her to talk to me and get to know her a little bit. But it just ends up I'm talking to her and she never talks to me or says anything about herself to me. So it's like a waste of time. But she, you know, you can't figure her out. You'll go in there and she'll be all glowing and smiling with a glow and pointedly saying hi and acting like she's interested and wants to talk to you, and then you go try to talk to her and she runs off, or she kind of ignores you, or just doesn't face you, and you know, it's all the cues of non-interest. So I don't know, but I'm not letting it get to me too much. I have no harsh feelings towards her. She's a nice girl, but I don't know what's going on in her mind. I kind of writing her off now and letting it go. She's probably too young anyway, but you know, I don't look at ages anymore. And, you know, it's not like I was looking for a date or anything anyway. I was just looking for a friend, someone to be a little closer friend than just an acquaintance. You know, somebody I could talk to and hang out with sometimes, do something creative with, and have some company and companionship. But I guess it's not going to happen with Kim. So that's dead, I guess. And there's nobody else on the plate, no more checkout chicks. I hope this pandemic winds down quickly now that we have a vaccine. I'm eager to get mine. I'm on the third tier of people to get it, 1C group. And maybe by the summer or fall next year or this year, we'll be able to get back to some semblance of normalcy, and I can start getting out again and doing social stuff. Start going back to Starbucks like I used to, and maybe sooner or later I'll meet somebody I can click with and get to know and hang out with some. But right now it's just nothing much on the plate. Very lone, solitary life. But I have my little Hannah. She keeps me good company and is a great companion, and I love her to death. Well, anyway, I guess that sums it up for my Facebook flash update for this week.